Hello, YouTube. Okay, today we are going to talk about how to track your expenses. And I'm also going to touch on the previous generations and the good old days we love to glorify. So, with that being said, let's get started. Actually, okay, first off, did anyone bring snacks? Anyone? No? Okay, you see what I'm saying? Y'all are just rude. Let's start. Okay, like I've already said, we love to glorify our ancestors, correct? And we talk about them as these hardworking individuals. They sacrificed, they worked their fingers to the bone, and they made an honest living. And honestly, I don't really think they had many options. They didn't have the internet, the cost of living was cheaper, and you can go down the whole list. We can't compare the past to the present. We just can't. Because if they had as much luxury as we do today, trust me, they would be fat and they would be playing video games just like us. We just happen to have it a little better than they did. However, a couple of things they did do right was they kept their business to themselves and they knew how to save a dollar. That's one thing. I give credit where credit is due. But regardless, if we can't compare the past and the present, we can still learn something from our ancestors or grandparents even. Discipline. Our ancestors had more discipline, or at least we assume. It was typical for a couple to work together. They're both different, obviously, but they're also equal. And they took care of business. And if we could discipline ourselves like that, I think we would benefit greatly. And by doing so, at least nowadays, hang out with better quality people, like you've heard me say before. Those people should also demonstrate discipline. Remember my last video? Birds of a feather flock together. And if you're out there dating, looking for a partner, choose someone who values saving money. Next slide. Gosh darn it. I messed up. Here we go. So, this is your income versus you versus expense tracker. So these are a few worksheets. These next few slides are basically a condensed version of worksheets that I've created. And an income expense tracking worksheet allows you to see how much money you are bringing in and how much money you are putting out. So this worksheet, we're going to focus on your income. So what you will want to do is you recreate my table that I have here, either on paper or you can use Microsoft Word. Make a table and list all of your income. I gave you a few examples, as you can see. Safeway, Uber, Lyft, those are just examples. Take what you need, and if it's something that doesn't apply to you, scratch it off. Okay, so these are financial accounts. So in this worksheet, you're going to list all of your financial accounts. A financial account is basically any account that holds your money. So we all know what an account is. It's just a place that stores your money. So for this table, you have to include the under the mattress savings. You know, the money you keep in your sock drawer, or some people under their bed, whatever, closet. List all of your accounts. And yes, I do consider your sock drawer an account. You just put that under savings. Well, maybe you put it in a sock drawer. However you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Well, the wrong way would be not doing it at all. So please, if you care about your finances as much as I do, definitely make your own worksheet. Okay. And also put down those one-time checks. And you also want to include that. As a matter, I'm so sorry. This should be in your income. The COVID check or your tax refund, for example, that should go in the income. You know what? If you guys had told me that sooner. Anyway, I have to redo my slides now. Gosh darn it. Okay, so again, let's go back to financial accounts. Your student loan payments, I'm sure there's a special account that it's in that allows you to see how your student loans are set up, and it may be electronic by now. So that's an account you'll want to list. Your credit card accounts, checking savings, emergency savings, retirement plan, all of that is going to go under financial accounts. And you track your monthly, annual, you write down your due dates, and if you have any special notes, you can add that too. Pro tip, this is what I've actually done this myself. If you have loose cash and you have important documents, birth certificate, your social security card, all that great stuff that we use once a year, I consider putting those in a fire waterproof document bag, and you can actually get one off Amazon. I have two. I bought two for my mother, and I love them. They work just fine. It is, I would say, it's fireproof, but I'm sure if it gets hot enough, it might break down. But the point of it is, if there's a house fire, chances are your documents are 90% okay. Anyway, go on Amazon, look it up. I'll try to put that in the description box if I remember. So you want to get a fire waterproof document bag from Amazon. So just look up waterproof bag or fire document bag, whatever. Okay, next slide. So now we're going to talk about the cost of living. So what I want you to do is keep in mind that you are only tracking your cost of living at this point for this worksheet. And the point of this exercise is to find out how much money it takes for you to live. Your cost of living can range from anywhere between your rent, utilities. You have to spend money on birthday gifts, correct? Okay, how much do you usually spend a month on birthday gifts? Or a year? Write it down. Insurance, house repairs, all of those things matter, and all of those things should be added to that list. And another pro tip, feel free to compare your finding to your state's average. And there should be a link in the description box for that as well. And it's a website that I discovered, and basically you can look up the cost of living in your state. Next slide. Okay, again, cost of living. Now, transportation can mean anything these days. So therefore, I made this into a second worksheet. But whatever your transportation is, just add it to the previous one, your cost of living worksheet. Car payment, taxi, Uber, parking tolls, parking tickets, other vehicles, anything that you use to get around, log it in with the cost of living. Next video. So your worksheets are done. Your assignments are over. My suggestion, just make the worksheets your own, however you want to do them. Consider what I've created a blueprint and come up with your own categories that apply to you. I suggest making a table in Word. That's what I did for myself. And you can also use paper or pen. Whichever way you go, make sure you put the information into a binder. And eventually, if you follow my videos, you are going to create your own financial kit. And I will share my own at a later date after I get all these recordings out. Now that you have an indication of where your money is going, you can choose areas to cut back on, or you can even eliminate some of your costs. And that's why you want to write everything down. Nothing is too small or insignificant. Write it down. You gave your little sister or brother money, write it down. It's an expense. So then the point of this assignment is to learn about your habits, and it will help you strategize a way to change your current situation. Next slide. And we also have free apps because everyone these days are on an app. And also everyone these days are deleting those apps too. So anyway, we have NerdWallet. I love, love, love their website. Great website, great financial information. They have every single thing on their website related to finance. And I suggest you look to their website to learn more information, learn about stocks, investing, learn about cryptocurrency, anything financially related. NerdWallet is definitely a website you should visit. But their app, once I saw their app in the App Store, I have an Android, so I have the Play Store. I had to include it in my list for you all. So NerdWallet helps you manage your credit, your finances, money, and your net worth. QuickBooks. I've used QuickBooks for my business a long time ago, which is different from my business Embrace. This was for an older business, and you can use QuickBooks, for personal and business. It allows you to create invoices, manage expenses, and you can manage your small business like I did. Expense Log is probably my personal favorite. You can use it for personal and your business expenses. My favorite feature, I think my favorite perk about it is that it's simple. It's less complex than the other two, and you can export your information. You can track your expenses and you can track your income. It is a simplistic tool for tracking only The other ones, they're a bit more fancy. Next slide. So, in honor of our great ancestors and our grandparents too, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I kept it short enough and straight to the point. Anyway, have a great day, you all. Please come back and visit with me later. Bye-bye.